Hey guys, what's up? Sorry I'm not in frame. There we go, that should be better. Got my coffee ready to go. It's good. Now, if you're wondering why it's so bright outside, it's because I had a day off. And what else do you do when you have a day off? You go out record shopping. I went into a few thrift shops and I did get a few things. But I did also go into a proper record shop. And I'll show you guys that stuff in a minute. But first, let's show the one CD I picked up from the thrift stores. ABBA, Gold. Huge ABBA fan. I didn't have any ABBA on CD, so that was a nice little pickup. And I got one 45, and that was Stevie Wonder, I Just Called to Say I Love You. I didn't have it with the picture sleeve, so I figured, it was 50 pence. Wouldn't be a huge waste. So there's that. Now for the albums. Oh, some of these are blind buys, by the way. In fact, I think a lot of these, yeah, all but 2 are blind buys, really. Either because the cover looked good or because I'd heard of the artist. So here we go. First up is this album, Stylus, self-titled. It said it was with Motown, so I'm guessing it's soul. I could be wrong. There it is on the prodigal label. Excuse me, I cannot speak English, but yes, it is there. I do have that. So this is an American pressing, and I'm very happy to, give this a listen because don't think I'm too familiar with this record. So there it is. Next up was probably the most expensive record from the thrift stores. It's a little more than I would have liked to have paid, but I know this duo is very good. It's A Taste of Honey. This is their album. What's the album called? Ladies of the 80s. It's still in shrink, which is nice. And this is another American pressing of this album. So, hey, there it is on the purple Capitol label. So I'm excited to give that a listen. And I know A Taste of Honey, but I couldn't remember what their big song was called. So I just picked this up and hope it's good, basically. Next one. What? I went to a few different thrift stores, by the way. I didn't just go to one in particular, but I did pick up Physical by Olivia Newton-John. I really liked the title track of this album, so I figured what could be the harm in picking up the album. They had 2 in the store, so I obviously picked whichever one was in better shape. You can see the gatefold there. Very, very nice. I do like Olivia Newton-John. There's the inner sleeve. All the lyrics on one side, pictures of her on the other. And the EMI label there. Very, very nice. So, pick that up cheap, and hopefully the rest of the album is as good as the song Physical. So there's that. This one was a blind buy. This was Anita Ward with Songs of Love, the album title. Another American pressing. I didn't know this. This looked pretty interesting. So I figured I'll give it a listen. I'll give it a listen, see what it's like. It looks pretty interesting. So there it is. Guana label. I don't really know, but there it is. Very nice. Yeah, I can't wait to give that a listen, see what that's doing, and hopefully I can give you guys an official review of that album. Next up is probably one that I wasn't intending on getting, but I got it in the end. The Best of Nat King Cole. Very nice. I'm a big Nat King Cole fan. There it is on the Capitol label. But yeah, this was a great find. It's got all his best songs on it, as it says, best of. LOVE's on here, and Unforgettable on here. Probably my 2 favorite tracks by him. Also, probably his 2 most popular. But hey, there it is. There's the back. It's a shame someone's written on the back cover, but I'm not really too bothered, as I did pick it up cheap anyway. So there's that. This one I picked up blind because I liked his other album that I've got, and I have never seen any other albums by him. So there's Christopher Cross with his album, Another Page. It looks pretty interesting. Don't really know what to think. Don't know what to expect. I'm hoping it's just as good as his other album. Like that picture, all the lyrics there. I really am hoping it's as good as his other album. Warner Brothers label. So that's pretty interesting there. I keep saying everything's pretty interesting, but hey. And what I'm going to assume is a hip hop 12-inch by Juelz Santana, and this is There It Go, and the whistle song in her emphases. Got the album version and the instrumental, and then it's also got Shooters, the album version. So it looks pretty interesting. It does look like hip hop. If it's not hip hop, I'll be thoroughly disappointed in this. But hey, what can you say? You can never judge a record by its cover. And I did check the records before I bought them. So most of them, they're all either mint or near mint or VG plus. So I pretty much made sure that they were playable. There were a couple I had to leave behind because they weren't in the condition I was expecting them to be, and it was just a little disappointing, but that's, it's a shame really, but oh well, it happens. And I might as well show you what I got from the proper record store, so here we go. Stuff I got from the proper record store. I didn't want to overspend. I pretty much gave myself a budget while I was in there, and I hit my budget, and I think they even knocked up £1 off the full price. So let's get into these albums. Young Americans, David Bowie. I have picked this up in the past, but I had to return it because it was warped. This one looks fine. This was not that dear. I really like this album. It's quite funky for David Bowie's albums, and I cannot wait to give this a listen again on vinyl. Because I've had an MP3 format for a while. I've got it on CD, so it would be nice to have this on vinyl. The next one I picked up, which I wasn't too sure about, to be honest. Again, this was a blind buy. This was Arcade Fire with the Suburbs. I enjoyed the last Arcade Fire album I picked up, so I figured hopefully I can pick this one up and it'll be just as good. This is the only one I did not check the vinyl of. Looks okay from the sleeves. Oh yeah, it's mint. Look at that. Very nice. I cannot wait to give this a listen, see what that's like. So there is that. Arcade Fire. That one I'll save till last. This one was probably the cheapest one of the bunch. In fact, this was the cheapest one of the bunch, and I only bought this just so I could make, round it up to my budget limit, but they actually ended up chucking this one in for nothing anyway. That's Making Movies by Dire Straits. So, again, a blind buy. Don't really know what to expect, but hopefully it'll be alright. And then this was the most expensive one of the bunch, but I'm okay with it because I've heard good things about this album. I've heard incredible things about this album. So I can't wait to give it a listen. And that is Destroyer by Kiss. I have not had any Kiss on vinyl up to this point. So I cannot wait to give this a listen. See what's going on. I've listened to their song, I Was Made for Loving You. And I really, really enjoyed that. There is some ring wear on the jacket, but I'm not really too fussed, to be honest. Original inner sleeve. I think that's the original inner sleeve. I wouldn't know, because I wasn't around in 1976, but there it is on the Casablanca label. So this probably is not a first pressing, but it is a British pressing, so I'm quite happy to finally have some Kiss on vinyl. I quite like Kiss. I know some people don't, but hey, I quite like Kiss, and I can't wait to check out this album, so there's that. So that's all my purchases from today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel, and I'll see you guys very, very shortly with another video. Cheers. Peace.